Okay, Mark Sanchez, I don't even know anything about this dude. Like, I heard of him, but I don't know him. Anyway, so everybody's talking about Mark Sanchez, and now his baby mama's coming out, and like, this dude was a football player. Okay, that's all I know. I don't know what he did. Maybe a quarterback, whatever. Okay, very good looking, I can tell you that. Cutie pie, whatever. So Mark Sanchez, everybody's up in arms because this guy was a fall from glory because he was this, big football player and made a bunch of money. And then last week he got in serious trouble. He was arrested in Indiana for assault, like major, like he was assaulted. He assaulted someone, but then they stabbed him. I mean, it's crazy. So my husband was like, I don't understand who got stabbed. I'm like, hold on, let me figure it out. So I looked into it, did a deep dive, and figured out Mark Sanchez was, I don't know what he was doing there. Who cares? Partying, hanging out, Indiana, whatever. Tipping cows, I don't know. But he was in Indiana, and he was drunk and inebriated, and it was like in the evening, and there was a truck driver, and he was like he was doing a delivery or a pickup. And so the guy was doing a pickup, and Mark Sanchez was like, move your truck or something. I'm not going to act it out because I don't know what Mark Sanchez sounds like, but whatever. I know I'm going to get another comment on here from this guy that's like, what are you babbling about? And you're right. I am babbling, but that's what I do. I'm a babbler. So he's like, move. Oh no. My dogs are like, yeah, this bitch is a babbler. So he's like, move your truck. And the truck driver's like, bro, I'm trying to do a pickup. And Mark Sanchez was not having it. Charlie, come on, bro. And Mark Sanchez was not having it and was pissed and got in the cab or whatever of the truck, starts beating on this guy, supposedly. And the guy had to defend himself, obviously. Well, I guess he had a knife and starts to stab Mark Sanchez. Crazy. Well, Mark Sanchez is huge. I mean, he's like 6'6" or something, and he's, a former football player. So then he gets the knife and stabs the other guy. I mean, it's insane. It's mayhem. It's mayhem in Indiana. And thank God, this guy's stab wounds, the victim is what I will call him. The truck driver was trying to do his fucking job. Fuck you, Mark Sanchez, you drunk fuck. Look, this guy's just trying to do his job, but whatever. Because now I'm going to go into my next piece, which is me not being angry with Mark Sanchez, because I'm going to go into the mental health piece, which is more important. So Mark Sanchez, drunk, gets, stabs this guy, only in the hands, I think. But Mark gets stabbed pretty badly, goes to jail, goes to the hospital, goes to jail. Now I think he's waiting on an arraignment. But afterward is what's fascinating me. Okay, so now the baby mama comes out, and she's, of course, every picture of her is in like a bikini, and she's amazing looking. God bless this woman. And she's like, this whole statement, which says nothing. I mean, she's like, I just want to say I didn't want to come forward, but I'm going to come forward. And I didn't want to have to say this, but I'm going to say this. It's like, okay, but you really didn't need to say anything. I'm only saying this for our son. And I just want to say, I'm not surprised. It's like, that's what you have to say. You're not surprised that your ex-husband or ex-partner is in this kind of trouble. Okay. And then, I think that there was a history of alcoholism. So, okay, I understand that this woman is blaming that. I get that. But she doesn't go into what I am really thinking here. The main issue, the elephant in the room here is CTE. Anyone? Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Got it? CTE. CTE is like a neurodegenerative disease, and it eats away at your brain, and you can't tell that you have it until you're dead, and they check your tissue and they check your brain. And many people have had it, like, oh my God, was his name Aaron Sanchez? Oh God, the other football player, Aaron Hernandez, rest in peace. I am obsessed with this CTE, and of course, as a therapist, but as just a person, because we're coming down on this guy for just being an alcoholic and not having the willpower to stop. And it's like, yeah. And how about that he played football and got his freaking noggin smashed in for years? Huh? And could it possibly be that all of these things that baby mama is saying, I'm not surprised, is because I'm not surprised that his brain is mush? And I guess I would have loved for her to say, I'm not surprised, and this is a potential hazard of what he chose to do with his life. And I am so scared for him and for his son to lose a father. Like, that would have been like, that's amazing. Because CTE is linked to repeated trauma in the head, which we know, football, obviously, and a lot of other things, that people participate in, skateboarding and a million other things. And it causes mood and thinking problems and behavioral problems, and people don't act like themselves. And it definitely makes you want to pick up the substance use disorder. So I don't know. I'm feeling really sad that this guy is sort of being made fun of in the public eye and everyone's coming out of the woodwork, but nobody's really saying, hold on, could it possibly also just be that this guy's not just fodder for us to talk about, but that there's a deeper thing happening and that we aren't even going to be able to tell until he's passed away? Like, it's freaking heartbreaking. What do you think? Am I being too soft and too woo-woo, or do you think this is possible? Could it be CTE? Could this be the reason? We're going to find out one day when he does something really scary or harms himself, or, this is just following down Aaron Hernandez, playbook, not to use a horrible football pun, but it really is following there. What do you think?